So, Ms. Dina, I have a question for you. So, currently, we have seen the plight of the athletes during the pandemic, especially what happened with Ate Irish Magna. We would like to ask your thoughts about it.
Okay, I was with Commissioner Kiram last week, and I remember telling her, ma'am, if you ever need me to help out and explain to the athletes, I can do so. Because I've been on both sides of the equation. I was an athlete, and even Commissioner Akiko, she's also on the government side. I think some things are not being said, and maybe some things are amiss. But I think it requires just dialogue. When I was Athletes Commission back in the day, and at the end of the day, we can't fight the people who are supposed to help us. So we have to meet to work together to do so. So right now, the allowances of the athletes are also at an all-time high. My gosh, Komakiko, we were just getting 8,000 pesos? But now I heard that it's a bit high, and can you imagine the payroll is 30 million a month? I guess we just need to bridge understanding. If there are some lapses, then maybe it could be communicated better, right? Because it's also not fun to be at the leadership side. It's so hard to be a leader, and Pearl and Akiko can attest. Your decisions might not be popular. But see, let's all work together. Right? That's the only thing to do. So maybe there was a breakdown in communication. Maybe there were some lapses, but we just have to work together for that.
Miss Dina, do you find that kind of relationship? I mean, I played for the women's football national team, and there have been times where there was lack of support for the women's team. And there was a point I was in the U17 team. They were giving us the old jerseys of the ASCO. So these are sizes XXX, like 10 times larger than us. And we're wearing all these baggy clothes. And that relationship of not fighting the people who support you and trying to find that middle way, isn't that a little bit frustrating? And how do you overcome that?
Of course, we've all been through that. I mean, our time, we only had the food. So the money part we had to earn, we had to become entrepreneurial, we had to beg from people. But I think at no point did we, this is our experience, at no point did we blame the government. Because look, here are 20 boxers, here are 20 Dragon Boat athletes. These guys can earn 20 medals, and we could probably earn 6. So sometimes it's an economics thing. So if government is able to do this just here, then is there a way for us to meet that gap? And that's what we tried to do. We had a vision in 2005 to win the gold medal. So we had to work on those gaps. And sad to say, what comes first, the support or the medal? You know, we had to win first before they even bothered to look at us. So it's such a catch-22 situation. Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yes. Yeah, you can't really just rely on the government. Because funding is just not enough. And there's so many sports to go around. So you really have to be creative and look elsewhere.
Exactly. So can we also help build up the capabilities of the NSAs to find this money? Because elsewhere, like in the United States, they don't have a Department of Sports. Now they have to also mobilize on their own. And I remember sharing to Pearl. Pearl, did you read already that I made a study on Taekwondo Association?
Yeah.
I
started reading it.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have it?
Yeah, sure.
I want to learn.
Kasi I was able to interview the Taekwondo officers. Thank goodness for their information. And there were very definite steps that they did to become this NSA that they are. And if we could emulate some of that, you know, some are actually basic. Did you read it, Pearl? And did anything strike with you?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, yeah.
I started. But I mean, Taekwondo has always been like a model.
Yes, it's been a model. It's at the end of the day, it's about strategy. It's about
for an NSA, I think, they're doing so great with their marketing. They can sustain themselves without that. So I think that's something that NSA should emulate if they can. So I can't wait to finish the paper.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I think taekwondo, there's so much hierarchy also, and they follow right.
Yes. They do. However, the basics are there. They had to earn money, and they did that through certifications. They also sold apparel. Yeah, the registration, the participation. They have more than 100 competitions a year.
Wow.
And each region of the Philippines has like a franchise of taekwondo. I'm an athlete. I want to earn money coaching. So this is yours. This is your franchise, and this is your franchise. So and they make sure that the coaches are economically viable. They have a certain minimum that anybody getting this coach should pay, so that at least they're economically viable.
Yeah.
Smart Sports, Tiebreaker Vodcast. She just knocked down a 3. She just scored the game-winning goal. So she did.